after the one-sided destruction of Errol Spence Jr. against Terrence Crawford, you know, many people are saying that Errol Spence has been exposed and he's a hype job, or he's a hype job. I like to break them down into different categories, pretty much. Personally, do I think he was exposed? Not quite yet. But do I think the hype train has been stopped? Absolutely. 100,000%. See, they was always billing Errol Spence as this body snatcher, this crazy monster. And he did look like that. But see, that's why it's levels, right? There's levels to this. Hey, BFTB. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Levels. Levels. Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, there is levels. Right? So we saw that last night, that there's levels. There's good, and then there's great. Errol Spence is good in his own fashion. He's not great. We saw that last night. So the hype train has definitely come to a screeching halt. You know what's crazy about the whole thing? They built Errol Spence up to be this elite fighter, right? But last night, if you really look at Terrence Crawford's fights at the division, all of those dudes gave him a tougher fight than Errol Spence did, right? And Errol Spence he's the champion. He's up there. How come Kell Brook was able to, and I told people the jab between Kell Brook and Errol are different type of jabs, man. How come Kell Brook gave Crawford some kind of issues leading up to the knockout in the 4th round? Sean Porter put up a better fight than Errol Spence did. Jeff Horn did. Jose Benavidez. Shit, man. Who else did he fight? Kavaliauskas put up a better fight, dude. Kavaliauskas was able to hurt him. Errol Spence didn't even put a dent in Terrence Crawford. He wasn't even able to hurt him one bit. Right? He wasn't able to hurt him one bit. He turned the tables on him and started walking Errol Spence down. You seen that? The only one I would say that was probably the equivalent to this fight for Bud was maybe Amir Khan. Now, what's that telling you, man? Either that means Errol Spence was hyped up, which I think he was, or what does it mean? Does that mean he just had a bad night? No, I don't believe that. Because you got to be your absolute best against the best. You have your bad night against subpar competition. That might have, he probably would have got away with that. Oh man, he just had a bad night. If he fought somebody lesser than, maybe. Or is Errol Spence really lesser than? But he was just hyped up. And I believe that's to be the case. Exposure will probably come in his next few fights. And then he looks just like he looked against Bud, against anybody else. Then yeah, the hype train has already stopped with Terrence Crawford. But the exposure would definitely show itself. Some might say he was exposed last night. That's fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You could look at it like that. But I look at it more so like the hype train behind Errol Spence. That's been destroyed, man. That's not coming back. So I want to know what y'all think, man. Drop a comment. Let me know how you feel. Did Errol Spence put up an easier fight for Bud than all the so-called lesser competition that they said he had at the welterweight division, right? Remember? Who is Jeff Horn? Who is Mean Machine? They're nobodies. Remember all of those words? You remember that? And then you get in there with Errol Spence, and he makes it look like a sparring match. Think about that. This is Rebel Life, boxing. I'll catch y'all later.